Hey, I've been testing the new Samsung Galaxy S26 series for a few weeks, and while on paper it doesn't really look like a big upgrade from last year, there's a brand new stabilization feature called Horizon Lock On that I've been pretty impressed with. So I'm gonna go over how it works, how to get the best results, and share some side-by-side comparisons with a few other phones and cameras to show you how well it stacks up. And you know what, who better to ask about what Horizon Lock On is than Bixby.
Horizon Lock is an advanced video stabilization feature on Samsung Galaxy S26 series devices that keeps footage level even during intense movement.
Even when you turn your phone sideways, even past 360 degrees. And I know Vivo, Motorola, and a few other brands have had similar stabilization features in the past, but this is the first time we're getting it on Samsung, which is a pretty big deal. Whether I'm one hand holding this or just walking a little bit more quickly, I can focus on getting the shot versus actually trying to keep it level, which is really nice. So I think this is like a really great example of when I would want to actually take advantage of this. So here's how you can enable Horizon Lock on the new Galaxy S26 series. From the camera app, switch to video. From the top right corner, click on the second icon, which looks like a person running. Here you can toggle between Super Steady Stabilization or the new Super Steady with Horizon Lock On. And now you're ready to record. And to make things even easier, the next time you open the camera app, here's a tip. You can go into settings and set it to save your last used settings, including stabilization, so that it's ready to go next time you film. So the first and most interesting camera comparison I think I can give you right now is actually versus my main setup, the Lumix S1R2. This camera has incredible built-in stabilization, so I've got it maxed out here. We're gonna do a couple walking and running tests right now showing how it compares to the Galaxy S26 Ultra. A lot of people seem to think that this is an exclusive feature to the Galaxy S26 Ultra, but it's actually available on the S26 Plus and the S26 as well. But obviously one of the biggest advantages with Horizon Lock On is, well, the Horizon Lock. As steady as it is with my Lumix setup going forwards and backwards, I have to keep this pretty horizontally. I have to keep this pretty horizontally steady. If I do any of this, well, you're definitely gonna notice it in the shot. Whereas with the Samsung, you can get pretty crazy. And as you can see, I mean, yes, you're seeing a bit of motion, but for the most part, Horizon stays perfectly locked on. So up until this point, you've been seeing the side-by-sides against the S26 Ultra, but right now we're gonna switch over to the base S26 and have it up there. You don't really have to think too much, like you're walking with just the one hand and it's pretty effortless. You can focus more on what you're seeing and it works out pretty well. So I definitely have to be really careful with my Lumix versus with this, effortless. But there are a couple things that you should keep in mind when using this mode. First, just like with the base Super Steady mode enabled, with Horizon Lock On, you can only shoot up to QHD at either 30 FPS or 60 FPS. No 4K and no 8K recording, so video quality won't be as sharp. HDR recording is available, but log and pro video are not. So if you really want to dial in your settings, that's not going to be available here. There is also a pretty noticeable crop factor because of how the stabilization works in order to keep the video level within the sensor region. Horizon Lock On uses either the 0.6 ultra wide or the 1x main camera and is cropping in on the center of the sensor. So when you are recording a video on the S26, the main S26 and the S26 Plus, you can switch between the 0.6 and the 1x zoom range. So even while you're recording video, it is actually switching physically between the two different lens sensors. But one of the reasons you may want to upgrade to the Ultra versus the S26 and S26 Plus is that the Ultra also has a 2x mode. The 2X is still using the main sensor, however, because it has the additional megapixels, it supports that 2x zoom as well. As you can imagine, these shots will look noticeably shakier. I think it works all right if you're staying pretty steady, but I'd really avoid using this if there's a lot of motion. Okay, but this is what I mean about low light, so we're about to go inside this building here. You'll see how things can get wonky pretty quickly. And that's because similar to other forms of electronic stabilization, the phone can really struggle in low light due to it compensating with slower shutter speed, which isn't great with faster movement, along with its AI magic can't really keep up and analyze your background as well when there isn't as much light. Similarly, there are times when you still might want to actually use Super Steady mode instead of Horizon Lock On. A Dutch angle is a great example when you want to intentionally keep your camera tilted on its x-axis. You know, we're locked off, and sometimes you don't want that. Sometimes you do want to have the Dutch angle. So you can just enable that, and that's where you can still have your footage stable you can have those different angles if that is a look that you're going for. So now let's see how it compares to my iPhone 17 Pro. I'm gonna start with both of their ultra wide lenses. Yes, this also does have an action mode. I'm not gonna enable that quite yet. I'm just gonna be in its regular video mode. First walking, then sprinting, and then we'll enable its action mode to see how they compare. And now for the sprint, again, action mode is not enabled yet. Okay, and that was sprinting. Okay, more of a run. Action mode on the iPhone versus super steady with horizon lock on. So you still don't get the horizon obviously locked off with action mode, but it's going to be pretty steady. I'm intentionally rotating the phone a little bit. Sometimes you do want, especially for faster paced action shots, to be able to have more of this natural motion here. And now our full run, running again. And that was our run with action mode enabled. And you know what really surprised me, even compared to dedicated action cameras like the Insta360 Go Ultra, horizon lock actually kept up really well. And even as I'm twisting both cameras 360 degrees, they look pretty close to me. So to have this built into a Samsung phone is a pretty big deal. But you know what else I almost forgot to mention? How does it compare to a physical gimbal? I mean, I get the appeal of having a feature like this built into your phone and not needing another device, but can it keep up with physical stabilization? Let's find out. So I'm gonna start by doing a couple things. Turning off stabilization completely. So using just the ultra wide camera here, no stabilization at all. Walking. So that's with no stabilization. Then we've got super steady on, right? So now we've got 2 levels of stabilization here. And honestly, you would not need to have horizon lock on with a gimbal. I can go as fast as I want with this setup. But just for the sake of testing it, horizon lock on is enabled on both phones right now. I mean, there's no competition. This is going to be better, especially with double horizon lock on. But something definitely worth mentioning again, besides the fact that I think physical stabilization with a gimbal is always going to be electronic stabilization, is that you don't have that crop factor I mentioned earlier. So we're shooting in 0.6 on both of these cameras right now, but the Ultra, because I have stabilization turned off, is going to be much wider. So if you wanted to get more in your scene, whether you're shooting a subject in front of the camera or switching it to selfie mode, you can see just how much more I'm getting in the frame now, because we can rely on the stabilization from the gimbal and not electronic stabilization. And the other really big thing, because we're not shooting in super steady or horizon lock on with this phone, thanks to the gimbal, we can shoot up to 8K again. Whereas with this, we can't even shoot in 4K. We're stuck with UHD. And that's why I would say if you are strongly considering upgrading to the S26 series or buy a gimbal and use it with your existing phone, chances are you're gonna have a much better overall experience with a physical gimbal. Not to mention, some of them also have a selfie stick built in, which that's pretty cool too, right? So a lot of added features that, yes, it is bulky, but it is an investment that could be worth it if you are planning to make mobile videography a big part of your setup. So that's horizon lock on the new Galaxy S26 series. Let me know how you think this performs and if you think it's a feature worth upgrading to. Stay subscribed for more tech reviews and awesome camera comparisons. And until the next one, we'll catch you later.